going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Memphis Conservative channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit that like button and share this video and comment down below. So, what do we have here? So this one, shout out to Breitbart for this one. It's titled Mississippi Billboard reminds would-be criminals. So as you can see, this is Mississippi's billboard out there. It's a new one that they put up. This is not the first one that they put up before. Um, Here in Memphis, Tennessee, South Haven, Mississippi, Horn Lake, Mississippi, Olive Branch, Mississippi. It's just a hop and a skip from here. So it's been an uproar about Mississippi when they put these kind of signs up, but they'll tell the truth about Memphis when it comes down to their violent crimes and stuff and their criminals. So without further ado, let's get into this article. Let's see what the uproar is about. A billboard standing next to I-55 in DeSoto County, Mississippi, reminds would-be criminals entering the state that a firing squad is legal for executions and urges them to think twice. In other words, don't come down here with this. Don't cross state lines with this stuff. Leave that stuff up there in Memphis. D.A. Barton welcomes you to Mississippi. Okay, the Hill reported that DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton is promoting the Billboard campaign, saying, "We are going to be loud and clear that DeSoto County does not coddle violent criminals. If you bring violence across our state line, we are going to prosecute you aggressively and hold you accountable." That's what Memphis is missing. This, tough on crime, this kind of stuff. People on death row are the losers of life's lottery. If violent criminals are looking for a state that coddles crime, Mississippi is not it. He continued, "They better think twice before they act here." WRAG quoted Barton noting, "Safety is achieved through enforcement." I like those words. Safety is achieved through enforcement. Safe communities do not happen by accident. They happen because law enforcement officers, prosecutors, judges, and citizens refuse to surrender their communities to violent criminals. I don't see anything wrong, he said here. Not only do they have the law enforcement officers out there to prevent this kind of stuff like that goes on here in Memphis, they got prosecutors that's not playing with you. They got judges that's not playing with you. And like they said, the citizens refuse to surrender their communities to violent criminals. In Mississippi, what's the movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence? Those folks still got prisons down there, like deep down in Mississippi, like that. Where they making you make what they call it, making big rocks into little rocks. It's a cold prison out there called Parchment Prison or something like that. Start with a P. But they're not playing out there. They're gonna prosecute you, man, to the full. Memphis man sentenced in 2023 high-profile gun store burglary. This is him. Whatever this right here means on his neck, 19 was born. So I'm assuming that's kind of some kind of street game, maybe. Uh, Neighborhood game, maybe. But anyway, South Haven, Mississippi. A Memphis man was served 20 years in prison for stealing $100,000 worth of firearms and jewelry across state lines in South Haven. The DeSoto County Sheriff's Office reports that the Gallon Key, now 24, he was 24 now, has been convicted of his indicted charges of grand larceny and burglary of a non-dwelling. The original indictment also charged Key with weapons trafficking and conspiracy. Key was served 20 years at the Mississippi Department of Corrections for the larceny charge, plus serve an additional 7 years of probation for the burglary charge. So they just sentenced him last year. I remember finding out about this story last year. And they came from Memphis all the way up there to, I mean, over here to South Haven, Mississippi, and did this. These are caught on surveillance video ransacking the guns and fine jewelry in South Haven on March 10th, 2023. So that's them. I don't know what this right here. Let me play this. Well, I don't like it's gonna let me play it. According to DA's office, the suspects wore hoods, gloves, and masks when they stole over 150, broke their way in, and fled within just 3 minutes. Key was developed as one of 5 suspects in the case. He was indicted and arrested. The DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton described Key as a Memphis gangster when the indictment was announced. So that's him right there. Got a whole stack of money, and what's in his hand? This looks like big bags of marijuana. That's what that looks like. Arrested in connection to the message. If you think you can come into DeSoto County and steal from our businesses, ain't wrong with that. And by more other people that was with evidently, I guess he was snitch. I ain't no snitch. So I guess he took this whole 20 years. Just think about it. He's 23 years old when he did this. So I think if I'm not mistaken, when he got in sentence last year, he was like 24. So they gave him 20 years. And in Mississippi, you doing day for day. So in 20 years, if he's 24, he'll be out 34. He'll be out of 44 years. When he's 44 years old, that's when he'll get out. As a matter of fact, I'm 44 years old now. So when he get to 44, I'll be 64, ready to retire. So I guess he stand tall. I ain't no snitch. I ain't tell on nobody. I'm gonna take this whole 20. I'm gonna hold it down. Yeah, and them same guys that you was with, let's see what they come down there and put something on your commissary. Put something on your books, or even come visit you, or be like, hey, Gallon, hey, Key man, well they call him, I don't know what they call him, but hey, Key man, why you down there, man? We gonna hold it down, man. We gonna watch out for your moms, man, and we gonna make sure, man, your kids and your baby mom them straight. Yeah, we'll see about that one. So I'm talking about Fed time. Tip is not playing. I want to show y'all this right quick, but yeah, this just happened. They just sentenced him last year. He gone 20 years. Stole over 150 worth of firearms and $100,000 stuff like that, man, worth of jewelry. So they combined all that grand law. I mean, larceny and burglary. That's Mississippi. They got it boy 20. That's what I call football numbers. They handing out football numbers out there in Mississippi, and they tell criminals here in Memphis all the time, "Don't bring y'all tail out to here, man, with that, because we're not playing out here." And don't think that you can come out here and do stuff and then you can run back to Memphis, because we have a law here. We will chase you all the way back to Memphis, and then when we catch you, we're bringing you back here in Mississippi to face these charges. They're not playing. They got a sheriff out there. The sheriff dude, I forgot his name, but he's not playing. He's not playing at all. Matter of fact, a lot of this stuff right there, I was reading, he was saying he's not playing at all. I done heard him speak before. And you want to know the crazy part about it is he's a black sheriff. We got a black sheriff. What's the difference? That sheriff don't take no crap. This sheriff right here we got ain't doing nothing. So it is what it is. Them folks ain't playing down there in Mississippi. And people have been even from people from here in Memphis. They found out about that sign and stuff. People are saying it, been on the news. People have a problem with the sign. You got a problem with the sign for? Just know not to take your ass down there doing something that you ain't got no business. I stay out there in Mississippi. When we go out to sit down and eat, or we go do a little clothes shopping, or we go in the grocery store, uh, or even fast food, whatever. We go out there in Mississippi. It's either Olive Branch, Mississippi, South Haven, Mississippi, Hernando, Mississippi, um, and Horn Lake. All of it is right there. It's a hop and a skip away from where I live. At. So I'm always dwelling out there. I go to every once in a while when I do go to the movies, I go out there. They're not playing out there. And people will have been in the overall like, what they mean they got the firing squad legal. I mean, I don't know if they got the firing squad for real or whatever, but if so, so what? Just know not to go down there doing nothing you ain't got no business. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But yeah, I thought this story right here was wild because like I said, it was overall about that billboard. I have no problem with it. I like the billboard. As a matter of fact, Memphis need to take notes to deal with their crime. They got that stuff on locked out there. They're not playing. So y'all let me know what y'all thinking about in the comments. I want to hear y'all thoughts about this. Welcome to the Memphis Conservative channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit that like button and share this video and comment down below. Peace.